Denver is frightened by a hard bang at the front door. He's sent into fight or flight mode immediately, so he reaches into the side table to grab his weapon. He checks the peephole only to see that it's Aaliyah, so he returns the weapon to safety and places it back into the drawer. Hey Aaliyah, it's always lovely to see your beautiful face. As Leah bursts past him with a frown. Where is your lovely smile from earlier? You seem upset. Anything I can do to help? Denver asks in confusion. Aaliyah storms in, flailing her arms and shooting questions at him like an automatic handgun. Calm down, calm down. Can I get you something to drink? Aaliyah raises the glass of Jamaica Me Happy, yet continues with the questions. Doesn't she have respect for my boundaries? Like, does she not know any other old guys to seduce? Then she gets slammed and expects my dad to fuck the sweet daylights out of her. My dad isn't even that kind of guy. He sees her as his daughter. But no, she can't even see clear enough to comprehend that. How could I have ended up with the most drunkest, whorish friend ever? Sometimes I think I only hang out with her because no one else will. Wait, calm down. I see that you're angry, but you don't want to say anything that you'll regret later. I'm gonna assume you're referring to Lexi. Am I correct? Leah nods, her head in agreement. And I assume she's still trying to get your dad to unleash the dragon. Correct, Leah says, while allowing a slight grin to show. And don't refer to it like that. He's still my dad. I understand, and my apologies, but honestly, I think your dad is a big boy and can handle things on his own. Yeah, but he's so freaking gullible. He's simply too blinded to the fact to fend for himself. True, yet and still, he's a man, and that girl has been at his throat for some time now. I honestly think he's aware. Alan just holds very dear to his good name and integrity, and he never jeopardized what he has with Melissa. Your father's a good man, Leah. He really is. And besides, he may be afraid of your mom. He laughs. Now, me, on the other hand, I'm willing to offer dinner to his daughter for the umpteenth time just to see if one day she'd be willing to take my last name. Jax? Aaliyah questions. Jax doesn't even sound pleasant as my last name. She laughs as she turns the corner and enters the kitchen. If you're hungry, we can eat at home. I mean, here. We can eat here. A smile spreads across Denver's face, as wide as the Mississippi River, as he thought, yeah, we can eat at home. After they finished dinner and Denver loaded the dishwasher, he and Leah did a couple of TikTok challenges and then laid on the couch to watch TV. Leah has him glued to the ABC series Grey's Anatomy. He's like 8 seasons in and longs for more. He can't believe how many times one person can sleep with another, and how if he'd known on-call rooms had that much action, he'd never gone to law school. When he first started watching, he assumed that it was more like some chick flick, rom-com, but no, Meredith Grey, now Shepherd, is far more than that. Shonda Rhimes has done her due diligence with this one, he thinks. Aaliyah rises from the adjacent sofa. She tries to keep her distance at times, then runs a hand through her hair. She pulls the hair tie from her wrists as she quick ties a messy bun into the top of her head. Hey, do you mind if I shower here? My dad's drunk anyway, and it's Friday. My mom won't be home tonight. Sure, Denver says as he scurries to his feet. I can grab you some towels and one of my wife's muumuus. How How about one of your t-shirts instead? Denver bulges, just at the sound of her wanting to sleep in his shirt. Sure, I think I should have at least one oversized tee in here somewhere. Oh shit, is this it? Is she going to make the big move? Hell, is she expecting me to make a move? Shit, Denver, think. Denver gets so caught up in thinking that he doesn't notice his elbow when he comes 2 inches too close to his wife's jewelry box, sitting where it had sat since the last day she'd opened it. As it tumbles to the floor and he watches her necklaces and earrings scatter in what seems like slow motion, he soon realizes that even if Leah had planned to make a move tonight, he isn't 100% ready. He still can't actually see himself making love to anyone but Patricia. The therapist said he'd have to begin removing her things so that his mind could start processing in real time her absence. But he just can't fathom packing up her things. Although he does believe Aaliyah would be the one he'd do it for, but just not tonight. While waiting for Denver to return with the shirt, she slowly starts to look at the pictures on his walls and how they seem to be untouched or bothered over the past few years. As she walks down the hall, she hears a loud clang and fall of something heavy. In shock, she runs towards Denver's bedroom. "Are you okay? What happened?" she asks with concern. As Denver rose from the floor with a fist filled with jewelry, he sat on the bed, rubbed his head, and began to sob. "No, nothing is okay. I lost my wife, my one true love, to a drunk driver, and now I think I'm in love again, yet I can't bring myself to let go of my deceased wife's belongings. I'm a freaking mess. That's what's wrong." No, you're not. You're awesome. And you have been nothing but good to me. And I can't wait. Just to know you love me makes me happy enough. I don't want to rush you into doing anything you don't want to do. Because trust me, I'm not as ready as you think. I've never been with anyone sexually. And quite frankly, I think the only reason I thought I was ready tonight is because of the whole Lexi and Dad thing. Leah climbs onto the bed on her knees and starts to rub his back. To be honest, I'm a virgin and don't really know if I'd know when I'm ready or not. So see, we both can wait if you want to. She kisses his neck as she rubs his chest. Denver bulges again, yet this time it seems his mister wants out of his pants. Leah starts rubbing down his chest towards the bulge. I see he has other plans. Denver slowly grabs her hand and brings it up, just to feel it immediately retract to his mister. "Leah, you don't have to do this if you don't want to." "I know," she smiles. Denver groans with satisfaction as he wonders how, if she's a virgin, how she learned this trick with her tongue. As Leah continues this new discovery, she feels something unlock inside of her that no textbook could have uncovered. Denver continues to moan in defeat, but quickly realizes that this moment should be for Leah, not him. That if this was going to be her first time, he couldn't allow her to spend it on her knees. "Hey, come up here and lie down," he gently whispers while guiding her around the bed. "But I haven't showered," she disclaims. "Neither had I. Now lie down, relax. I won't bite, I promise." He removes her tank and places her nipple just at the entrance of his mouth, while breathing slow, hot breaths on it. She moans. "You sound so good," he says. while still hovering over her breast. He then places it in his mouth while twirling his tongue around her nipple and fidgeting the other with his fingers. Without removing his right hand, he slowly kisses down her perfectly framed body, thinking of how her body is even the more beautiful than he'd imagined. His mouth reaches its destination, and soon his left hand does the same. While feeling her juices pour out from her, he soon realizes he can't be any more ready than he is right now. Without removing his left hand and continuing to twist her nipple in his right, he asked her the question she'd rejected time and time again. Aaliyah Hines, will you marry me? He slides his mister into her missus as she moaned even louder. Yes, yes, yes. He flipped her over, crotched her in doggy style, and proceeded to dominate. He never, and he means never, has made love like he did on tonight. He and Leah went at it 3 times, and at the end of the last round, she begged him to stay in. So she laid on his chest and fell asleep with him still inside. The next morning, he wakes up to a sticky note stuck to his chest that read, "I'm not sure, but give me a couple of days to process it all. P.S. You did nothing wrong. I truly enjoyed my first time, and I'm glad that it was with you."